back again. We're in another house sit, and I thought I'd just pick up the camera because I haven't done it in ages. If I'm honest with you, I've been quite low and in my head and just self-sabotaging and stuff, so feels good to be up and about again. This is Mango, the dog that we're looking after at the moment. Mango! He is a good boy, mostly, apart from when he barks at anyone walking past. Also, excuse all the mess, but like this kitchen, beautiful. So welcome to another different kitchen. I'm just going to be making some chips for dinner, alongside some chicken or fish for me. I'm not really feeling chicken. So I'm just going to cut up some potatoes and talk to you about what's been going on. Hopefully I can do this all simultaneously. I need to get a pan. Bear with. Is that going to be big enough? Okay, that's not going to be big enough, but we'll get another one. And then we'll chat. Okay. We'll try this one as well. But yeah, basically I've been struggling again. And I notice it when I kind of like put so much pressure on myself to get to the next stage where I want to be. But I've also kind of been like trying not to put pressure on myself, but then I'm then distracted by being on my phone, or eating because I'm trying to like not be so overwhelmed. And another thing is that I think I might have ADHD. And I'm hesitant to say this because I know that there's been a lot of things online recently about people saying like, oh, everyone's got it now, it's just emotional dysregulation, da 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 da. And, you know, whatever, it could well be that case for me. But the thing is, I've done a lot of research on it, and it was also suggested from the health visitors when I was a child to my mum that I could have it. So it's not something that's just come out of the blue for me. I've always thought maybe. And Nathan, my boyfriend, he won't mind me saying this, but he's literally just been diagnosed with ADHD. And we have loads of similarities with how maybe we present, or, you know, our struggles or our sort of advantages, I guess, of having it. But it's also crazy how different it looks in females to males and adult females to child, which is just mad. And it's also mad that in the UK on the NHS, it can take up to like, I think when Nathan looked into, because he ended up doing it privately, but like when he was looking into it, NHS route, it was at least 5 years. And when you get to a point where you're an adult and you want to knuckle down and put work into the next step of your life, waiting 5 years just doesn't seem like feasible. It literally doesn't seem like an option. I'm actually just going to wash some potatoes after I've cut them up to see if it trials, if it I'm just going to do a little experiment because I don't actually know like how I'm not a chef. Do you know what I mean? I'm just chopping up some potatoes and hoping for the best. But we'll see if like washing the starch off of it makes any difference after I've cut it, because sometimes it does, apparently. But anyway, I mean, just right there and then is an example of how my potential ADHD shows up, which is how distracted I get very easily. And you might notice this throughout all of my videos where I'm trying to talk. My mind will just sidetrack and I'll lose train of thought. And that is what is happening right now. But yeah, I'm just giving a little rinse because I think you're meant to wash vegetables anyway, but to be honest, I don't. But that's fine. We all make mistakes. We all learn. There's no judgment here. But yeah, the only way I can describe my struggle recently is like a sort of fear of, it's really backhanded and it's like self-sabotagey sort of stuff, but it's kind of like I've got a fear of not living up to my potential, but then I'm literally not even trying to live up to my potential, or I don't feel like I am, and then that just makes me feel really down, and then I'm like feeling really sorry for myself. And by the way, I'm not doing this video to make anyone feel sorry for me or whatever, because that's just not the point. The point is, I'm just wondering if anyone can relate, or if they've been like officially diagnosed and they're a female and sort of around the same age. I'm 26. You know, to see if anyone can relate, because one of the major things is kind of feeling like you're alone and something's wrong with you, and especially with females, apparently that's a thing. Pop that there, clean up later. But yeah, literally yesterday I spent the whole day in bed eating. I didn't eat like too much, but I've eaten, you know, larger quantities in the past, but like Nathan just went to shop for me. I was like, I'm having a rest day. But I also realise certain patterns that I have when I don't have sort of a routine or a schedule, maybe or plans, like a set plan for the day. I don't really know what to do with myself. My default seems to be, you know, bed and eat. Hang on a second. Mango. You know, you're not allowed that down here, Mango. Okay, sorry about that. He has a bed upstairs, and his owner doesn't allow him to drag it downstairs to like play with. So I just had to stop him from doing that. And now I've got to get back to the train of thought, which is difficult. Just how I was in bed yesterday all day, and that seems to be my default if I don't have anything planned or productive for the day. I don't know really how to just like chill out. Because I'm like getting stressed out about how I'll never, because basically how I'll never like get a job or move forward or chase my dreams or stuff. And Nathan's really good at reminding me, you know, that my feelings and thoughts aren't always true. Like, what is the reality? Which is really nice, but I find it really difficult to believe in that. And that's also another thing that I struggle with is self-belief, and like, I don't know, I would say like it's pretty difficult to, I don't know how many chips I'm doing, but they need eating up. This one's tiny. Yeah, because like all the self-help advice and everything says what you need to do, and absolutely you need to kind of start telling yourself a different story in your mind. You have control of that, and I do agree. Yeah, so I do absolutely believe that you kind of need to try and help yourself, and do all of this sort of affirmations and start telling yourself a different story and change your beliefs, and things. And yeah, I do think that is a way of doing things and improving life and stuff, but it's difficult, not impossible, but it's difficult when you've got low self-esteem and low self-belief and self-worth and all of this, to then start telling yourself that. And also, excuse me, and also, if I have ADHD or unregulated emotions, because I'm not opposed to either of those ideas, but if you've got that, staying consistent, remembering what to do, not being distracted by your phone and all these quick false dopamines, and how fast like the day can move if I don't know, if you get stuck on your phone, or you get stuck people pleasing mode as well, or I don't know, you're asleep, then it's a little bit harder. And I think this is the reason why in one of my last videos I was like, I need to go like somewhere alone, discover things for myself. But then I also think that even if I did that, I would still have these issues that I need to address with myself, of self-worth and everything I've said. Because another thing that I'm really struggling to do is be mindful and be in the moment as much as possible. Like, I'm actually really struggling to do that, even when I'm like closing my eyes and heavy, like deep breathing and box breathing or whatever like that, or saying things that I can see, like all the five senses and all of that. And if you're into it, you kind of know what I'm on about already. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard about all of this, like grounding techniques and stuff. But I really struggled with it, and I feel like I have for a while. And when I'm struggling to ground myself for whatever reason, then I experience a huge sensation of dissociation, and that really stresses me out. And there's not a lot, it seems like, that I can do to like really truly be in the moment. I've spoken to friends or Nathan, and like in those moments, and asked them to like help ground me, and did breathing stuff and all the stuff that I was just on about, but it's just still there. And then I'm majorly overthinking a lot of things in my life, which I'm aware of, but that doesn't mean, just because I'm aware of it doesn't just mean that I can not do it anymore, if that makes sense. I'm just looking for some seasoning. Let's have a look. Hot paprika. Go on then. That sounds nice. Hot paprika, maybe garlic. Where's that? What's that one? I think being aware of your overthinking tendencies, for me anyway, definitely, helps shout them out and sort of stops the tracks a bit. But they still carry on. And I thought, like, I could burst into tears just like any second. And which is difficult. But and I feel like sometimes maybe all I need is a bit of release of emotion and stuff. So I guess that's where I was maybe hoping to. I'm not going to be crying on camera right now because I'm making this. I'm making this. This whole point of this video is to talk and see if anyone has the same similar experiences, basically. Because this is overwhelming my brain completely, that I'm struggling to focus on the next step, like actionable measures, or what is it? Actionable, I don't know, just taking some action, basically. I'm struggling with that. I'm struggling to be present, as I said. I'm struggling to enjoy a lot of things, which is quite sad. It's like, I think also self-control, like on my phone and stuff, is quite a big thing I need to get a grips on, which I haven't yet got a grip on. But I also recognise that it's something that I need to get a grip on. But I think I said in another video that, oh my God, that came out so fast, that when I'm feeling a bit down, I stop doing the things I like. And then I just like retreat to my bed for a day or two, and then maybe cry or whatever. And then I'm speaking on like this experience right now, of what's happening right now, because I enjoy cooking, it seems. But I enjoy cooking when there's a nice kitchen to cook in and space, and I could be alone, because then I can watch YouTube, podcast, or be on the phone to someone, or do this. So, it's not all bad, and I don't think that everything is all bad. I just think, which makes me think that maybe I'm not depressed, because I don't think everything's that bad all the time. I'm struggling to progress or take the actual steps, or like believe that I can take the actual steps, or something like that. And that's another thing. I'm getting so overwhelmed and confused that sometimes I'm just engulfed in the feeling, and then I'm like, what am I even feeling again? But then when I talk out loud, which is, literally a type of therapy, like talking therapy, I'm able to address it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, there was no like proper point of this video. I just thought maybe I should make some potatoes and talk to you at the same time. I guess it's my form of therapy. And I know a lot of YouTubers say that. YouTubers, I guess I am. I'm a very beginner, but I think that's what I want to do. I just want to... Oh my God, did you hear that? Mango! Oh, here are my potatoes right now. I just wanted to say, like, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of YouTubers say that this is their form of therapy. And to be honest, I kind of never really understood it until I started, which I guess is normal. But it truly is, because if you're vlogging anyway, which I guess is what I'm doing, you're talking your life, you share your life. And I do want to share my life. And I do want to share my story because, you know, I am still in the mind that one day all of my dreams will come true, or they'll come true in a form that I never even knew, never even like imagined. But then there's like this, yeah, I guess there's a lot of doubt. Actually, I don't think I needed pepper. Anyway, I'm going to just pop these in the oven. I think they look good. Good luck. Good luck in there. I think I might just leave it as that, pretty much, in a roundabout way. I guess just if you've got any comments that are nice or constructive or whatever, but any insights from a viewer, let me know. I'm interested. And yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble once again. Who knows what the next video will be, but I'm just trying to get into the swing of things basically again. I always say this, but I'm really struggling with consistency, and obviously turning on the camera when I'm not feeling very good. I don't know how disorganized this was, but yeah, that's what I've got to say. Thanks for chopping up some spuds with me. And yeah, just leave a comment of whatever you want to comment basically. And thanks. Bye.